Greetings, citizens of Tetris. It is your old pal, who? Van Dweller. Yes, of course. Back with more Classic Tetris Monthly Tap Masters for July 2025. And yeah, it's our first ever Tap Masters, and so far, so good. It's been fun. Let's show you what our top 8 situation is, just so you know kind of who is where. And we've only got one semifinalist determined. That is Alex T out of the orange bracket. And we've got Koster, who is into the top 8. We haven't completed that top 16 bracket yet. We scheduled it. It was supposed to happen, but, you know, there are all kinds of issues, technical issues. It's CTM. You know, there are going to be technical issues, right? So that's it. We have not made a lot of progress, but we're going to make some progress tonight because we are going to determine a green bracket semifinalist. And it's going to be one of the following 4 people. First match, it's going to be Oscar. You know Oscar from Mexico, been all over the place, played a lot of Tetris. He's going to be taking on Joseph Saley, JDMFX, 2-time CTWC world champion, 6-time Masters event winner. It's pretty good. Second match, it's going to be Hyper Tapping Hero Dillan versus Klein, who we know virtually nothing about, but, you know, pretty much first competitive, or at least, you know, at least, I don't know. I mean, I didn't know much about Klein except for Nestras.org, but first competitive tournament here for Klein, getting to the top 16 of Tap Masters. So this should be a pretty exciting one. Oscar versus Joseph, that is the first one. Dillan versus Klein, that is the second one. Winner versus winner, that is the third one. And then that semi-final spot in green will be filled in. Oh, Klein got second place in Challenger Circuit in 2021. All right, let's say very limited competitive experience. I didn't realize that. Congratulations, Klein, on your second place in Challenger Circuit in 2021. Let's take a look at our rules so you know what we're even doing here. And what we are even doing here is playing a 32-player single elimination flat bracket tournament based on the 1989 version of Tetris released by Nintendo for the Nintendo Entertainment System on NTSC consoles. Players can use any controller so long as there's no big buttons or turbo functions. Whether electronical or mechanical, biological, turbo only, they can use any, they can play on console or emulator so long as the game mechanics, appearance, and statistics are unmodified. We will be starting on level 18 for all games. There is no line cap, so if you can get to and through level 39 with hyper tapping, then yeah, good luck to you. This is best of 5. First player to 3 wins in a match is the winner of the match. We are going to be using same piece sets. We're going to re-roll those pieces in between each game of the match. And players, make sure in the Tetris Gym cartridge that your hertz and input displays are turned on so we can monitor whether or not you are heeding the spirit of tap. Yes, this is a hyper tapping tournament. And for the purposes of this tournament, tapping means primarily a single finger attack directly addressing the D-pad, but with one extra finger as an accessory tap one time on a given piece movement. You can do a hyper quick tap at the end. You can use that type of tap at the beginning. You can use it in the middle, but it should be all one finger, but with one extra finger one time as a hyper quick tap or whatever, anywhere in that piece sequence, but not 2, right? No alternating tapping, no bolt tapping also, no, what are the other tappings? They're all kind of stupid hyper tapping, okay? That is what it is. All right. Now, players, remember not to receive any in-game advice and do not pause unless I tell you to. If you do experience technical issues like OBS issues or internet issues, just keep playing. Assume your game is going to count. Don't pause and go, oh, what should I do here? Just keep playing. I will tell you what to do. Oh, also, by the way, yeah, Spirit of Tap, DAS is allowed. So you can revert to DAS whenever you want, as much as you want. Okay? You can do that. Anyway, just keep playing during tech issues, okay? Don't assume that anything. Just keep playing. Assume that the game counts until you hear otherwise from me. Okay, The winner gets absolutely something, and that is a share in a prize pool, which stands right now at $1,390. We have had some big contributions to this prize pool. Thank you so much to those of you who have contributed. This prize pool and all of our prize pools are funded 100% by you, the viewers. We do not have the Corporation for Tetris Broadcasting funneling federal money into this Tetris tournament. We do not have some billionaire benefactor who is just running all this thing. It is you, the fans, okay? You are the sponsors. No sponsors. You are the sponsors. If you want to contribute to the prize pool, you can do so. Go to Matcherino, the Matcherino landing page for this tournament. You can do that by using the Matcherino command. While you're watching live on Twitch and YouTube, it'll bring up some links. One of them says Tap Masters or Tap or whatever. Click on that one. Once you're at the page, top right-hand corner, there's a button that says log in. Click on that. Who would have thought? You can use your existing Twitch or YouTube account to log into Matcherino. You do not need to make a separate Matcherino account. Just use your existing one and log right in with it. It's easy. All right, thanks to everybody again who has contributed. We have reached our goal of paying the top 8, so that's great, but no reason not to pile on. If you're watching after the fact, go to go.ctm.gg/tapprize, TAPPRIZE, or ZE if you're from Canada or South Africa or England or a lot of other places. Like, were we the only people that say Z? Probably. Okay, that is how to support the players. If you want to support the channel, that's something you can do, because without the channel and the guy running the channel and streaming all this content, we wouldn't have Tap Masters. We wouldn't have all these great players returning to play all these amazing events. We need to have the channel. We need to keep it going. Please support us. One way to do that, patreon.com/monthlytetris, where you can make an ongoing pledge of monthly or annual support to keep this channel going, just like the people on this screen have done. So thanks to everybody shown right here, but big shouts to Scott Gray, JDMFX, K9 Tacky, Corporal Shelby, Troy Dan, Kim M, Rogue Potato Cacket, Mila, and Jason. Really appreciate your extra support. There are other ways to support us as well. If you're watching on YouTube, you've got super chats, super stickers, super thanks. You can get channel memberships. You can gift a channel membership. You can gift multiple channel memberships. You can even make a super comment, I think, on the in the comment section after the fact. So consider doing that. If you're on YouTube, if you're on Twitch, you've got bits and subscriptions, and you can gift a subscription. You can gift multiple subscriptions. You can gigantify emotes. That's a thing, I guess. Oh, and you can also use your Amazon Prime, Twitch Prime gaming subscription if you're an Amazon Prime member. There's also a bunch of other ways to support us. Use the support command to do that as well. Schedule-wise, we have nothing else on the schedule except for the ESWT BBWC 2022, which is taking place in October of 2025 as the Extreme Sports with the Bear and St. Bears World Championship in October. That's coming sooner than you think. We're going to do some kind of tune-up events on the road to ESWT BBWC 2022. But other than that, nothing else. It's all waiting to be scheduled. So if you want to learn, see the full schedule, best place, most up to date is Discord. Go to our Discord, find it somewhere. I don't know. Ask someone to invite you. Okay. That is going to do it. Let's go ahead and just flop on over to our game scene. I got to adjust the cameras. So while I do that, these players will continue to warm up. See, I never know what people are like. Why don't you adjust the cameras before people say this before the stream, and that way it lines up and you don't have to adjust them? Well, I don't know what camera position or what the players are. I don't even know their stencils, what they're going to give me before the broadcast, right? I don't know any of that. So I have to do it when I see them. But that's okay. It's just extra special time that we can spend together. All right, Oscar is adjusting the cam as we speak. So every time I move it, it moves. It's fine. You're good, Oscar. I can take care of it. All right, and you're backwards. So let's put you forwards. Flip ya. Let's see. We're gonna flip. Oh, you're getting flipped. Dude, you are so flipped. Okay. And then, yeah, we'll go ahead and adjust Joseph, who's got a great, by the way, Joseph, like, perfect camera. If you want to, I mean, look at that. Tons of white space around. Perfect camera, may I say. He's been away for 4 years. Somehow he knows exactly how to set up the camera. I mean, Oscar's is good too, but I just want to make that point. Thank you. What can I say? Guy follows directions. Is Joseph streaming from prison? Yeah, Joseph is in a minimum security prison for financial crimes. Yes. That's right. All right, let me refresh both of our players here just to 100% sure that they are in sync. It explains the absence? Yeah. What if that was true? What if I just made that joke, but that was actually true? And he's like, bro, what the heck? What the heck, bro? All right, so we're getting a little bit of frames on, I think, one of them. I think both of them. So that's just something we're gonna have to deal with. Joseph, do you know? Is your internet just bad inherently, or is it your laptop? Like, can you put your bitrate down, or that won't affect it? Internet is bad? All right. We'll do our best. I don't know if you can lower bitrate. It's fine if you do. If you're blurry, Joseph, it's totally fine. I mean, 1,000 is fine. I don't know. What is it at now? You can lower it to like 1,000. I don't care if that helps. I don't know what it's at now, but 2918 internet vibes. I know. You don't need a lot of bitrate for Tetris. Yeah, I don't. You know, it's fine. We can see Tetris as long as it's like shadowy, Joseph, like the vague 8-bit rendering of Joseph. That's fine. 750 to 1,000 should be plenty, says Tetris. Ninja of Ninja says, so dial-up internet works. Yeah. Just don't call his landline while playing Tetris. Yeah, because like when you're like your mom picks up and you're like, Mom, I'm on America Online. Hang up. All right, that seems better actually. It actually seems better. Is that how dial-up worked? If someone called you, then you were cooked. If someone picked up, yeah, that does seem better right now. But we'll see. But yeah, if someone called you, I mean, it would be busy. But what could happen is you would get it would show as busy, like you're on the phone. You get a busy signal, but you might get like a beep that's like the call waiting or whatever. Oh, I'm getting another call. All right, players, when you are ready, I'm going to go ahead and pop the pieces in to the chat. There they are, 356C1B. When you are ready, you can make sure your the Hertz and input displays are on. You can go and put the seed in. All right. Joseph says, good luck, have fun, Oscar. I don't have a hat on. I don't feel 100% like myself because my hat is not on. Usually I get into, I have a routine and I put on this baseball cap and I just feel like I don't have it on, so I don't feel like me right now. All right. I feel better now. My bald head. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Lighthouse. I will have fun. Thank you very much. All right, well, it looks like both players are... Oh, my goodness, what is that? Looks like both players are on seed, and both players have signaled ready. So let us go ahead and get them counted down. Game number 1 of this top 16 matchup between Oscar and JDMFX _ Japanese Domestic Market Effects _ K9 watching Tetris with the 3, 2, 1 countdown bits. On the left side of your screen, it is Oscar from Mexico, who qualified into this tournament with a 1.20 million average of his best 2 games played in a 1-hour qualifying period. Oscar qualified into seed number 7. And in virtue of that, he got a round 1 and a round 2 bye. So this round of 16 is his first match in this tournament. Oscar with a tapping PB of 1.28 million. And you have seen Oscar in the Tetris scene for a while. He has played in the gold bracket of CTWC at least in 2022, 2023, 2024. In the silver bracket in 2021 and 2025. And in the Jonas Cup last year, he got second in the Desert Qualifier. That's the Arizona one in back-to-back years, 2023 and 2024. Also top 4 in that tournament in 22. You've also seen him at the SoCal WPL event. You've seen him at Genesis the last 2 years. And the Mexico Regional that happened recently as well. So you've seen Oscar all over the place, and it's great to have him here for Tap Masters. 144 for Oscar, 144 for Joseph. So players tied right now. And may I say, just Liquipedia, I love Liquipedia. So I just want everyone to know I love Liquipedia, but gosh darn it, Oscar needs an entry. Oscar has played a lot and at a lot of regionals, and he's finished second and in the semis in a goodly number of events, and yet he does not have a page. So we should get Oscar a page. Goodness gracious, Alex S. from Romania has a page, and he's played like 5 times. Meanwhile, Oscar's all over the place and does not have a page. 213 for Oscar, 215 for Joseph. Yeah, justice for Oscar, hashtag. Yes, indeed. On the right side of your screen, it is JDMFX, aka Joseph. Joseph is a 6-time Masters event winner. Unfortunately, Joseph did all of his winning of the Masters event in the pre-prize pool era, so he's trying to make up for some of that in this tournament where we've got a decent prize pool. Joseph qualified in with a 1.195 average of his best 2 games played in a 1-hour qualifying period. Joseph got a 1-round bye in virtue of his top 16 seeding, played Tugi in round 2 to get here to the top 16 to face Oscar. Joseph, again, a 6-time CTM Masters event winner. He's got a tap PB recorded of 1.39 million. That's the recorded one. He's got a screenshot of a 1.4. And if you take screenshots as evidence, then that might be the first 1.4. With tapping anyway. Joseph's last CTM match, you might remember this. It was kind of a historic month. It was versus Hydrant Dude in September of 2021. That was the month that Hydrant Dude got the first rollover with rolling, of course. Did it in comp. And Hydrant's next match right after that game, that Jounce game, that was against Joseph Salia. That was Joseph's last match in CTM. Joseph's been in the Masters event 20 times, 6 wins, 2 other appearances in the finals. And he Oh, by the way, 4-time CTWC gold player, 2-time winner, 1-time semifinalist. He won it in 2018 and 2019 against Jonas and Corian, respectively. So certainly Joseph's back-to-back wins there, taking down some of the biggest names and veterans, led to a surge of interest in classic Tetris, and of course is responsible for the presence of many of you in this chat. So good to have Joseph back playing classic Tetris. 479 for Joseph, 477 for Oscar. A little bit of a misdrop there for Joseph. So he doesn't, he's not able to find a good place for that square. That's going to lead to some problems. Needs a couple rows off the bottom. And actually, he is set up now for a dirty Tetris and gets it. 504 for Joseph, 525 for Oscar. Ninja of Ninja says, I was about to say, what about JD's CTWC stats? Well, this is CTM, so CTWC, a little bit of an afterthought. We'll mention him, but, CTM, that's where it's at. 531 for Joseph, 553 for Oscar. So we start on 18. Level 19 kicks in at 130 lines. Tetris for Joseph into 19. That speed is going to increase by 50%. Joseph with that 560 into 19. Oscar gets a long bar in 600K transition for Oscar. You're seeing players now in like rolling, consistently getting those 600K transitions. And here Oscar is getting one with tapping. 631 Oscar, 635 Joseph, neck and neck, couple lines apart, couple thousand points apart. So yeah, that speed increase kicks in on level 19. There'll be 100 lines of that speed. And the next speed increase happens at 230 lines. That is level 29. And that is going to be a doubling of the speed. And that is virtually unsurvivable for DAS and TAP players. Except in very occasional forays past, level 29, level 30. Happens occasionally. But for most games, it is going to end the game for a player. 709, now 738 for Oscar. 810 for Joseph. Tetris for JD, 841. 743 for Oscar. So very quickly, JD out to about 100,000 point lead. Another Tetris for JD, 871. Oh, and that left side for Oscar, that is not going to be survivable. He hung that long bar on the left. That created a long bar dependency on the left side, and his right side well was blocked, and he really had no burns and could not get a piece over. So Joseph is going to be good in game number one. You can mullen it out if you want to start a max out streak, stats or whatever. I don't know. Are people even counting stats for Tap Masters? No idea, but you're welcome to mullen it out or to choose not to mullen it out. That is up to you. And Joseph's like, nah. See, that, do you understand, guys? That is aura. Doesn't care. It's whatever. Max out. I can do it on command. Who cares? That is aura right there. That is confidence. Yeah, based, as Gerald says. All right, new pieces, players. Oh, wait. No. As he's got Duende about him. Oh, well, that's what gives you aura, right? The fact that you do that scares people. That means you don't have the same influences and, desires that other people have. Oh, I just want to get a max out. Joseph doesn't care. That gives him aura. How old is that JD photo? He looks the same. I don't know. I feel like he looks the same. Here's the seed. 706FE2. 706FE2. Oh, got to give Joseph his point. Well, Timmy said, has JD been working out? Yeah, a little bit. I think it's his 2018 or 2019 photo. One of those photos. I think it might be his 2019. I don't know. I also used Oscar's 2018 photo just to make it even. No, I don't know. Okay, looks like both players are ready. 706FE2, 706FE2. So both players ready. Let's go ahead and get them started. Game number 2. JD up 1-0. 3-2-1 Tetris. So we've got 2 fun tournaments going on. It's still July as far as we are concerned. So Tap Masters, we still have a long way to go, mostly because players are traveling and it's a whole deal. So at the end of this bracket, we will have 2 of our semifinalists determined. We also have our Stupid Tetris Monthly. Joseph did play in the original Stupid Tetris Championship, I guess is what I'll call it, to sort of retcon it into an annual championship. I mean, it only happened one time and it was multi-mode, which is what we're doing now. But he did play in the original STM in 2020. We're going to run another monthly. Qualifying is going to open for that soon. Right now, we're doing no next box. We have semifinalists all determined for that. It's what? Dog, Gerald Freeman, another returning player coming out of retirement. Dillan and Jerpy in the semifinals of that one. Of course, Dillan is in the top 16 of this, so he's trying to earn his way into the semifinals of both. 98,000 for Oscar, 118 for Joseph. The semis for STM is perfect. Yeah, you've got the unofficial world record holder, the official world record holder, the former world record holder, and arguably the best tapping main who's currently active. $187 for Joseph, 132 for Oscar as we get underway here at game number 2. Guaranteed tapper in the finals, right? Says RXS. Yeah, well, Jerpy was tapping. I think Jerpy is kind of I don't know, is Jerpy a rolling main? Well, Jerpy doesn't really play enough anymore, I don't think, to be a main anything, but you know, Jerpy does roll, Jerpy does tap. Jerpy was tapping during STM. Yes, Jerpy is playing Dillan in STM. 239 for Joseph. But anyway, qualifying was going to open for our next STM. That is going to be no bars, no long bars at all. So it's basically stupid triple monthly. Triples are the new Tetris. 285 for Joseph, 234 for Oscar. Joseph is ahead by 50,000 and 307 halfway through level 18 would put him on pace for a 600K transition, just like Oscar had in game 1 of this. Arctic says, no bars. What is this, Utah? There you go. 378 for JD, 325 for Oscar. You should have it start on 19 instead of 18 for no bars. I'll think about it. I haven't thought about it. We could do counter picks. We could do 18 or 19 and let the alternating picks. Possible. The early rounds, I think, are going to be better for 18. Have there been min-out matches? Not yet. Not this year. We're going to do that. I think we might do... I don't know what we'll do. 19 to 29 min-out? That could be fun. You thought I would have had everything figured out? Do you realize like I don't figure anything out until like the moment that I have to launch it? I just make a quick decision. And I'm just like, all right, this is what we're going to do. Launch first, think later. 495 for Joseph, 446 for Oscar. So still about that 50,000 point lead. Wouldn't the min-out strat just be to top out? No, you have to get to the transition. Otherwise, if you top out, then you lose. But then it's the lowest score at the transition. But if you don't get the transition, that is a top out. That is, you lose. I wonder if anyone would just line out. Yeah, that's line out. That's what the mode is. For line out. 552 for Joseph. So one Tetris available before that 19 won't be a 600k transition, but be basically a Tetris short of it. So Joseph into 19 at 576, 522 for Oscar. Tetris for JD. Min out is really difficult because you have to try really hard not to get a double. Like if you get one double, it kills you. So Oscar 552 on 19. And just raw score, real-time score, Joseph ahead by, 75,000 points. He is ahead by 4 lines though. All right, Joseph starting a high center here. Going to take some burns. All right, nice skim there. Another skim double. And Joseph getting a little droughted here. Going to take a couple burns, which is fine. Imagine taking burns and being safe. It's ridiculous. Tetris for Joseph, 698. Oscar scrambling here. And we'll see. Okay, he's going to chop this down. Long bar in. It's like Oscar, we're going to get this down. Tetris for Joseph, 756, and he's ahead by 156,000 points, also ahead by 10 lines. Really, it seems, oh no, and Oscar gonna top out at 602, and Joseph is good again. So another 19 phase top out for Oscar. Primer is here. What's up, Primer? Primer, are you only going to do Tetrises with Pumpy, or can you and I do a tournament? I mean, Tetrises. Are you only going to do tournaments with Pumpy, or can you and I do a tournament also? I want to do a tournament. Okay, let's go ahead and give these players some new pieces. A200D2, A200D2. I haven't been on Nestris.org in a few months. I've just been very, very busy. Oh yeah, I'd push the tournament, of course. So the pieces are A200D2, A200D2. That almost sounds like it sounds like the what is it? What did the guy say in The Day the Earth Stood Still? Klaatu, something. Oh, I forget what he said. Anyway, all right, looks like both players are ready. A200D2. Both players ready. Let's get them started. Game number 3. Oscar needs to win to stay in the tournament. 3, 2, 1. Why didn't it go? Oh, there he goes. 3, 2, 1, Tetris. My button didn't work. Oh, what happened, Oscar? You okay? What happened, Oscar? All right, we're good. We are good. All right, we are on. We are good. Oh yeah, Klaatu Barada Nikto. That's what it sounds like to me. Anybody else see the day the Earth stood still? No? All right. Wasn't that Army of Darkness? Day the Earth Stood Still was a 1951 movie. No. I've never seen the Keanu Reeves. I'm not going to watch a movie with Keanu Reeves. What do you think I am? $82,000 for Oscar, $95,000 for Joseph. There's a big budget remake with him in it. Yeah, it does not need it. The original is a classic. You thought I was the guy who watches movie with Keanu Reeves? Oh, man. 150 Oscar, 164 Joseph. I'm trying to think what Keanu Reeves movies I like. I like The Matrix. Everybody likes The Matrix. I have not seen any of the Matrix sequels. I can't think of another Keanu Reeves movie I've seen. I don't think I've seen any. I've never seen a John Wick movie. Oh, did I see My Own Private Idaho? Oh, Bill and Ted. I did see Bill and Ted. Of course, I like that. Never saw the bad sequel. What else? Point Break. I probably saw it back in the day, but I have no memory of it. Yeah, I've never seen John Wick. 233 for. It's not my kind of movie. I mean, it's fine for some. It's just not something I would make an effort to go see. 260 for Joseph. 247 Oscar. Speed. Oh yeah, I did see Speed back in the day. There you go. The Mat. I've never seen The Mat. Francis Ford Coppola's Dracula. I have not seen that. Matrix. Sharky vouches for Matrix 2. I don't know, man. The first one is just so perfect. Why would you really need to have them ruin it? I don't know. I really shy away from sequels. Unless the sequel is Joseph Saley coming back and playing in Tap Masters. That is a sequel I'm 100% in favor of. 294 for Joseph, 299 for Oscar. Prequels are sequels, okay? Don't let anyone tell you different. What about Terminator 2 Judgment Day? Never saw it. Devil's Advocate. I think I did see that in the theater. No, I never saw Terminator 2. Terminator 1 was good. 374 Oscar, 364 Joseph. I guess I've seen a lot of Keanu Reeves movies, I guess. $398 Joseph, $377 Oscar, tight one. Lex Diskia says, seeing an Xbox is now messing you up. Tetris Joseph, 443, 423 for Oscar. Kung Fu Panda sequel. All right, Joseph going to hang that S piece, so that is going to take some doing to get around. And no, he cannot flip that J piece in there, but he's going to get the Z spin. Look at that. He's away 4 years, still knows his E-spin. What the heck? Oh, you're going to use that bar. Oh, that's very interesting. All right, it's going to kind of work out for Joseph, assuming he gets the bar at some point. Skimming a Tetris for Joseph, 503 into 19. Oscar's in at 548. So Oscar with about a 45,000 point lead. That's almost exactly 2 Tetrises on 18 anyway. All right, Joseph with it. Tetris 539. Oscar 575. Skims away here. He's into level 20. Tetris for Oscar. There's one. Joseph. Oscar at 601. Joseph 564. Mr. Brain says it's Joseph's first ever skibbity Tetris. I don't know what you're talking about. What does skibbity Tetris mean? All right, Oscar with that Z piece kind of overhang. He has to spin under it. It's going to cause a little bit of burning, a little bit of a slowdown. This might allow Joseph to close the gap a bit. All right, Joseph's just going to take the triple. I like it. Oh, nice adjust. All right, takes the triple. Guys, you know, players who came up in 2018, 2019, they take the triple. $671. There's a Tetris. Joseph 7. So yeah, we are just like 1,000 points apart now, real-time score. Back in my day, we would just take the triple. We didn't, you know. All right, Tetris for Oscar, 796. Joseph, 770. So Oscar ahead by about a Tetris, back by... Well, now he's... All right, so what is he at? Let's do the math here. 27, 32. So it's about 60,000. It's about 2 Tetrises when the lines are tied. Tetris for Joseph, 805. He's into 26. There's another Tetris for Joseph, 838. All right, Joseph waiting out the right piece here. It's going to cause some extra burning as we approach level 29, but he's going to take care of it. See what Oscar's going to do here. Is he going to try to go for a dirty? No, he's going to take the triple here. 881. Joseph, 850. We're about 15 lines away from 29. Joseph back by about 30,000. That's about a Tetris. Joseph gets 1. Oscar with a kind of an overhang here. He's not going to be set up and ready to get one. That's a triple for Oscar. 890 for Joseph. Oscar building 1 row off the bottom. Joseph's got 1 more Tetris available. Is he going to sell out for it? Yes, and he's waiting on the bar. The bar comes for Joseph, and he takes it right there. 940 for Joseph. He gets a Tetris right at the end. I don't know if he exactly needed it, but I think he might have needed it. I didn't quite see both at the same time. Oscar tops out at 900,000 on 28, and Joseph does just enough to outlast him and move on to the top 8. GG's, Oscar. It was great to have you back. You know, I always root for everybody to get to a decider and then just leave it up to RNG gods or whatever, but it was really great to have you in an event, and I hope to see more of you in the future. Oscar was ahead by 100 points before that Tetris. Oh, got it. All right, so JD needed something, but not necessarily the Tetris. Yeah, Oscar selling the board for a Tetris that didn't show up, said Ninja. All right. Well, it's going to go in the books 3-0. Joseph versus Oscar, but Oscar played great. Came in as 7 seed, 600K transitions. Did a great job. But Joseph just got whatever he's got around him. Some ethereal kind of meta substance surrounding him. All right, we're going to set up our next matches. It's going to be, let me report that. Let me run ads. First of all, most important, run the ads. There's an ad. And there's an ad. Now, Oscar, you are dismissed. You do not have to stay. Joseph, stick around. You're playing the winner. Okay, so we have got to report it. 3-0. What is this? Oh, yeah. Teal. There it is. Monthly Tetris. So Joseph is in the top 8. Joseph is in the money. And officially, this is the first time that Joseph has made money in a Classic Tetris monthly event. This is the first time. This is the first time. Obviously, he won some in CTWC and WPL's Classic Tetris Open. This is the first time. How much do you win? Well, the prize pool right now is $13.90. So right now you've locked in a top 8 share of that with more to go. Can we retroactively reward him? You're welcome to. You can if you want to. I'm not going to do that. All right, let's set up our next matches. Wow, the first time Joseph has made the money. Are you serious? Okay, it's going to be 2 and 18, right? So goodbye 7, hello 2, and goodbye for now 10, and hello 18. All right, we're going to set up our cams here. Wow, I can't believe, according to Wikipedia, this is the first time he's made money in a CTM match. $34 says Poyo. Amazing. Well, it could be more. You don't know. Could be more. All right. Let's see. Let's lock that in. It only took him like 7 years, but he finally made the money in a CTM event. What an amazing story. All right. All right, we're fixing our cams up. We're gonna flip Dillan around. We're flipping Dillans. That sounds like a ska band or something. The flipping Dillans. All right, there we go. There's Dillan. And Klein. What do we got here from Klein? Klein's like doing his homework. He's just like, oh, I'm gonna do my homework. All right, players, I'm going to go ahead and drop pieces in the chat. Dylan's getting impatient. You can tell. He's like, bro, just give me the pieces, all right? Sorry. All right, players, I have given you the pieces. They are 7C, 1B, 9E. 7C, 1B, 9E. You can finish up the warm-up that you're on. That's fine. They are right here. Ace Hardcastle. All right, let me go ahead and refresh this, but or start them. All right. CTM Tap Masters, we just had another contribution to the prize pool. It got us up to 1,400 even, and I'm going to go ahead and get these players underway, and then I will acknowledge that. Dillan and Klein, top 16, green bracket. The winner goes to the top 8 to face Joseph Saley in 3-2-1 Tetris. Should probably log in. Do I have to log in? All right, the S and the I. There it is. We just had a contribution from Lighthouse with the $10 contribution. That's going to get us up to an even $1,400. Thank you, Lighthouse. Really appreciate that. And everybody else, of course, who contributed. Scott Gray with a huge contribution. Avi, Tom J, Fractal 7th Roommate. That's Tactors. RXS, Madels Burgers, Elazawi, Abby Normal Nerd the Box, and more. Thank you all so much for your recent contributions. Okay, on the left side of your screen, it is Dillan. Widely considered to be on the short list of the world's best hyper tappers. Klein angling to not let me get through the introductions, and Klein is going to top out in game number 1 early without having gotten a Tetris. Dillan, you may top out because you have taken game number 1 already. And Dillan, yeah, it's Dillan's aura is what it is. Or it could be the fact that Klein is like on a literal laptop on his lap. Like, can you put it on a table? Or just seems very unsteady, Klein. Like, do you have any kind of table or even surface or anything you can put that thing on? But all right, that's fine. Whatever you want to do. You usually play like this. All right, that's fine. All right, new pieces, players. Thing is not called tabletop. It's called a lap. Yeah, you're right. You've made a good point. Touche. It's called laptop. F8 F77A. F8 F77A. All right, both players are on seed. And both players are ready, so let us get them started. Game number 2. 3-2-1 Tetris. RXS says the phone cam is more stable than the gaming device. I know. Well, I don't know. Do I start the intros or what? I'm going to start them. We'll see what happens. On the left side of your screen, it is Dillan, seed number 2, qualified in with a 1.263 million. In virtue of his top 8 seed, he got a 2-round bye. So this is Dillan's first match in this tournament, starting off in the round of 16. Dillan in the conversation to be, you know, kind of considered one of the best tappers. Everyone gets excited because Dillan remains a tapping main, has not moved on to rolling. And so Dillan, you know, with his appearances in CTWC, people go, oh, tapping still alive. The tapping dream, not dead. But Dillan has a 1.4 million with tapping. Is just one on a very short list of that. I think, 8 or 9 people, something like that, have a 1.4 with tapping. Scooty being the most recent to join that club. Dillan has played in Mega Masters 3 times, 2023 through 2025. He's been in the monthly Masters 6 times and has been in the semifinals 1 time. That was March of 2022. Also played in DAS Masters once and won a Challenger circuit back in December of 2022. He's been in that CTWC gold bracket 3 times, has finished as high as the top 16, which he did in 2022 and 2024. And it was one of the few hyper tappers to make it into the gold bracket of CTWC in 2025, where everybody watched with interest and hope. on the right side of your screen, it is Klein, who has, what, the last time I checked, like 6 matches before this tournament, mostly from 2021 Challenger Circuit and Tetris Deathmatch. Klein qualified into this tournament with a 1.155. That was his average, the average of his 2 best games in a 1-hour qualifier. Klein had to start in round 1 because he finished outside the top 16 in qualifying. So he played round 1 against ID Kirby, defeated him, played against Sam the Speedrunner in round 2, and defeated him, and is now here in the top 16 in really his first significant action in competitive Tetris since 2021. Also plays on Nestris.org, and I think I've played him multiple times, and I'm sure I got my here, cover your ears, children. I'm sure I got my ass handed to me. 311 for Dillan, 348 for Klein. But Klein did finish second in a Challenger Circuit in 2021. And other than that, that is what I know about Klein. That is all the information I know and have. Tetris for Dillan, 339, 379 for Klein, except for the fact that Klein takes the names of computers very seriously. It's a laptop, so damn it, he's going to play on his lap. Puzzles. Did I mention puzzles? I did not mention puzzles. But I think Klein is very high on the Norg list for puzzles. But I don't consult Norg for info for this tournament. Maybe I should, but I don't really consult that for player info. I guess I should. Tetris Klein 471, 361 for Dillan. Where did I get that picture of Klein from? I think it's in the 2025 CTWC folder. Dillan? I mean, Dan V? Dillan. $517 for Klein, $430 for Dillan. Yeah, Dillan is busy right now and cannot edit YouTube videos. So, given the interest in this tournament, I was really surprised by how much interest there would be in the Tap Masters tournament, and I really was only going to do it like one time. But I've been convinced to do it like another time, and maybe even another time before the end of the year. So maybe twice a year. Tetris for Dillan, 498, 587 for Klein. Arctic XC says, I got to judge Klein's qual at CTQC this year. All right, Dillan is into 19 at 546. Klein at 129. One line to go. He's at 635 right now. So big transition for Klein, 661. K-Taco says we need more Tap Masters. I mean, I guess I didn't realize that there was this much interest. 689 Klein, 580 Dillan. Dillan gets a Tetris, 606. But we certainly cannot run it every month, but you know, a couple times a year seems all right. 660 for Dillan, 743 for Klein. There's a triple for Dillan, 694, so he's back by about 76,000 points. Tetris is for both. Y'all should do another one where the band tapping styles are allowed. So what? Bolt tapping and butterfly tapping. $7.94 for Dillan, $8.43 for Klein. Bubble tapping? Wait, what is bubble tapping? What about mouse tapping? We can ghost tap tournament. $8.60 for Dillan, $8.83 for Klein. So Dillan closing the gap in score a bit, but he's also back by several lines. $9.26 Dillan, $9.47 Klein. Dillan ahead by 10 lines. There's a Tetris. Dillan, $9.61, $9.79 for Klein. Klein with the max out A45. He's like triple long bar dependent here and has to plug every single long bar hole there. So A48. Dillan setting up for a triple. He needs to find a way to get, over 100,000 points. He needs that. I mean, this is going to be a chase down of the gods here if he can do it. We saw him warming up on 29 tap, and Klein is not even done. Gets another Tetris. Klein B26. He still potentially could get one more. Klein is set up for another one with a big spire in the middle of his board. He's obviously just a long bar is what he wants, and he is not going to get the bar. So that's a top out for Klein at B27. The chase down target for Dillan is B28. That is the target for Dillan. He's on level 31 and he gets a triple. So what can Dillan do here to try to get points on 29 speed? Kind of spiring here. This is going to be tough. He's one of the fastest tappers, and that is not going to be enough. So Klein's 1.1 is enough. Dillan with the heroic chase down attempt into level 32, but Klein is going to tie this one up. And yeah, level 32. I thought he was going to go all the way 39. I thought it was going to happen. Yeah, Klein, you won. Congratulations, Klein. 1.1, double 29s, double max outs, and more. It's pretty good. There is no line cap, Moodoo's, no. But I don't know. If somebody gets to 39 tapping, that's impressive. No line cap. What's up, Anjing? 962-650. So as soon as both players signal. All right. Well, Klein previewed the. Did you just preview the opening pieces? We're gonna increment first two. So we're gonna do what is that? A7. Is that A7? Klein. A7. There you go. A7 2650. Perfect. Okay. Looks like both players are ready. Let's go ahead and get them started. Game number 3. Dillan versus Klein, tied up at 1 apiece. So, after a kind of unimpressive game number one, a very impressive game number two. Klein with the 1.1, Dillan with the max out and more, trying to get that chase down, got all the way to level 32, but came up short. $75,000 Dillan, $58,000 for Klein as we get underway in this game number three. By the way, if there's any baseball fans out there, Toronto just beat Colorado 20-1. 20-1. Tetris for Klein, 89,102 for Dillan. Spoilers. I'm spoiling baseball now. I don't know ball. Is that bad? Yeah, that is bad. Alex Thatch with the $5 contribution to the prize pool. Thank you so much, Alex Thatch. Tetris into column 3 for Klein, 139. Hana says W money laundering Alex T. Dillan 178, Klein 166. Tetris Dillan 201. Yes, the Red Sox are doing well lately. Thank you, Ace Hardcastle. Hopefully we'll see you in the playoffs. 270 Dillan, 235 Klein. Dillan 3 lines ahead. Classic Tetris with the raid party of 33. Living like it's 2019. They had the best of 99 going. They have that as a weekly occurrence over with Kingsman on the CTWC official channel. And they have a best of 99 between a couple of the breakout stars of 2019 CTWC, Batfoy and Matt Martin. And then, of course, we've got Joseph on ours, you know, on our things at the same time. So it's pretty much like 2019 Tetris is back. 352 for Klein, 384 for Dillan. There's a Tetris Klein, 376. Tetris Dillan, 408. Kingsman says, I heckin' love 2019 Tetris. What was going on in 2019? There's a lot of people, there's a lot of doggo stuff going on, right? Everyone's saying doggo this, doggo that. Boop the snoot and whatnot. That's what I feel like I remember from 2019. 387 from Klein. All right, Klein's got to do a little bit of cleanup to do. In 2019, Vandy ate cold Chinese food while commentating Harry Hong versus Matt Martin. Yeah, everybody got lunch except me because like I didn't leave my station. I took no breaks. I'm a good worker. I don't think people realize that I'm a really good worker. You know? So I manned my station. I did everything I can to try to help out every moment. I took no breaks. And I think I was the only one that didn't get a meal. Like they were supposed to get me a meal and they never brought me the meal. And that was really when the relationship between Vandy and CTWC started to show some stress fractures right there. That's where it all began. That was the whole relationship started breaking down right then. 577 for Dillan, 494 for Klein. You know, I did there 2020 and 2021 CTWC from my home. I helped save Tetris in 2020, 2021. I did it for the good of Tetris, but that was it. 659 for Dillan, 575 for Klein. There's a Tetris. Klein 603, 661 for Dillan. Okay, Klein has it covered. Well, uncovers Dillan covered. He's got like 6 rows of garbage. And Dillan has got to bring this down. Okay. Klein, blocks again just as the bar comes. Dillan fighting this down. Row by row. Klein board starting to get a bit high. There again, it's a long bar over Klein. Tetris for Dillan, 7-13. There's a triple for Klein, who's brought this board back down substantially. Tetris for Dillan, 744. Another Tetris, Dillan, 774. He's up over 100,000 points. Dillan working one row off the bottom. Has a dirty Tetris set up there. And Klein, you could... Oh, no, that left side for Klein. So he's all in on a bar and needs it now. And no, he's not going to get it. So Klein is going to top out. Dillan has the lead and takes the game and goes up 2-1. People are saying diabolical seed. Oh, we can't see piece distribution, right? Somebody's got to make a mod where we get all that. So next Tetris Gym iteration, we need Hertz input display plus all the pieces. Do we have one match after this or no? Yes, the winner of this takes on Joseph Saley. Yeah, really, Dillan, it's your own fault because you spoiled the seed, so it's your fault. Whoops. Sorry, wrong button. Would have been a totally different Klein. That butterfly effect. The universe took 2 different paths at that moment. Beast and Shen is here, says, I'm nostalgic for this being greatly outclassed by tappers rather than severely outclassed. 9-4 C0 E6. 9-4 C0 E6. When did CTM start using SPS? Once we had prize pool, it was really important to make sure that the experienced players, it was just the same RNG. So it was really when prize pool started to kick in, and I sent a lot of people Tetris gym cards. All right, looks like both players are on seed. Both players are ready. Let's get them started in game number 4. Dillan is up 2-1. Yeah, there was like, it was 2022. There's a lot of people who did not have Tetris gym. So like if we were going to have CTM and we were going to have prize pool, we just started shipping gym carts out to everybody who didn't have one. Which gym version did you send? Whatever the one that was current at the time. I don't know. Whatever was current at the time. You know, we have to continually save Tetris. I don't know if you guys realize this, but I'm on a one-man mission to save Tetris continually, all the time. Pumpy says somehow gym carts were sent and tournaments finished in a month. Yeah, Pumpy was in the thick of it, collecting addresses from players and making sure they received it and all that. Pumpy was right in the thick of it. And yeah, listen, you can say, oh, Vandy, aren't you the greatest guy? It was not altruism. It was 100% self-interest. We wanted to run this tournament, and we weren't going to be able to do it without it. So, I sent it out. 120 for Klein, 121 for Dillan. We are getting rid of qual mode. We are going to get rid of qual mode. In fact, as of these new tournaments, the next ones you're going to qualify for, qual mode will not be required. And you can also use dark mode in quals, anyone you want, but you have to, and you can use dark mode in the tournament, but it's got to be the standard color dark mode. You can't have the weird color dark mode. It's a comfort thing. I don't want people blowing out their eyes. No, you can qual on your OG card if you want to. You'll just take the penalty. Like, it's still valid. You can still qual on your OG card, but you won't get as many games in. And you can fast reset. Yes. 280 here for Klein, 260 for Dillan. Go ahead and refresh one of our streams here just to make sure that we are caught up here. Who the hell still uses OG cart? I mean, players who are, playing lower tier events sometimes do. If that's what they can get. But I don't know. If you want to take, my recommendation, if you want to take part in everything and you can afford it, is try to get some sort of flash cart and then use a legal backup of your Tetris game that you legally own. And that way you can use all modifications, you can get updates. But other than that, Tetris Gym cartridge is pretty good too. 380 for Dillan, 427 for Klein. All right, Klein going to get that S spin. Set up for a Tetris, a double, and a Tetris. Klein, 454. 409 for Dillan. Yeah, it's just time to, most of the people, at least in the top tier events, most of the players, top tier events, everybody's using Gym, so, why have that restriction on there? It does slow you down, so it is kind of like, it's like a forced little break, so you don't end up in these, rage spirals that can happen. It is good to have it a little bit of a forced break, but that's up to you. $501 for Dillan, 546 Klein. Klein gets a Tetris, 568. Mila with the $20 contribution to the prize pool. That's going to get us up to $14.25. Thank you so much, Mila, for your contribution. And we'll take that as a vote for more Tap Masters events in the future. Tetris Klein 619, another 600K transition for Klein into 19. Dillan gets the S-spin, so he is set up for a Tetris. Gets the bar, and he is just short of a 600K transition, 597. Excellent transition for Dillan, and a Tetris, 621 for him. Another Tetris, Dillan, 647. Another Tetris, Dillan, 672, so he's rapidly catching up. There we go, Klein Tetris, 724. All right, good moves here. Dillan, Tetris, 697. 3 lines behind and about a Tetris behind. So they're very close. Tetris Klein, 761. All right, Dillan opens up the well, gets a Tetris, 732. Climbed that little kind of an overhang. That's going to require some cleanup, and this could allow Dillan, you know, just the few extra moves and that he needs to get, you know, close this gap. He's back now by 9,000 points, and there's a Tetris Dillan. Dillan in the lead with the same line count now. Dillan, Klein gonna Tetris. There's another Tetris Klein. So Dillan 846 through 178. There's another one. So one line apart. Dillan ahead by like 18,000 points. Hufflepuffus in chat. What's going on? Tetris Klein 919. Dillan with another. And another. Hufflepuffus in chat. Hufflepuffus, I believe, was Joseph's last ever opponent in a Tetris match before his return here to Tap Masters. That was in CTWC 2021. Dillan 944. Klein is back out in front, 985. Klein with the max out, but line dependent column 2 and making gaps, making holes. Dillan still clean. 986 Dillan. Dillan waiting out the bar. Gets a bar, gets a Tetris, has a max out. A18. There's one Klein. Tetris, Dillan, A53. We are super close. Another one, Dillan, A86. He's in the lead. Tetris, Klein. Tetris, Dillan ahead. B21 to A96. Klein is going to miss that S-spin. And that could be something that determines the outcome of this match. And Klein is going to top out at A98, and Dillan has got the 1.1. There's a Tetris Dillan B60. He's got one more Tetris available on the mullen here toward the end. And I don't know if he's going to get it, but he does, and he can't tap it over, but it doesn't matter because Dillan is going to take this one 3 games to none. Klein, amazing performance, multiple max outs in this match. You maxed out multiple times and lost. You got a 1.1, nearly a 1.1 here. So really, really good performance, Klein. I really hope to see you in subsequent tournaments, whatever we do. I hope you're here. So GG's to you, Klein. Dillan, congrats to you. You are moving on, and you get to play a match against Joseph Saley in a few moments. Let me go ahead and run a quick ad here. We'll set the match up. And then, yeah, that is going to be 3 games to 1. Yeah, 3 games to 1. You got it. Okay, let's go ahead and report the results of this. 3-1. That was a good match. I mean, Klein really, obviously Dillan comes in and, you know, he's a known quantity. People expect him to go all the way in this thing. And I thought Klein had him on the ropes. But yeah, Klein coming in here. Good run. Started from round 1, came into the top 16. Okay, so it's going to be goodbye 18, hello 10, right? Goodbye 18, hello 10. This is a crazy matchup. If you want to take a small break, Dylan, you feel free to do that. While we get set up here, you can take a minute or two if you need it for your various needs. Or you can just keep warming up. That's up to you. Whatever you want to do. Whatever you want to do, man. All right, Joseph here. All right, Dylan with the... Dylan, move around. Move around a little bit. You got to refocus that camera. Black Ops says, bro played 6 matches ever and randomly came out of nowhere and played amazing against Elite Tapper and Dillan. Yep, he really did. Klein did a great job. Well, let's give you a look at what the top 8 currently looks like, just so you can visualize this in your mind, what is going on. Alex T already into the semis. Coster is into the top 8. We're going to wait for, Eyeball or... Who is it? I don't remember. Wait, what happened? Wait, what? Wait, what did I miss? Did Joseph just get 119,000 on 29? I cursed it. Well, I'm trying to run a tournament here. This is not classic Tetris warm up. Did he get 100 and something thousand on 29? What the heck? Well, who cares? Do it in a tournament. We'll talk. Y'all can do classic Tetris warm up later. Anyway, here's the top 8. So there we go. We got 5 top 8ers now out of 8. Alex T into the semis. And the winner of this moves into the green semi-final bracket or spot or whatever. Okay. Here we go. Yeah, I wasn't looking at warm-ups. I don't look at that. What do you think? Vandy, no. Joseph wants to know, how old is Dillan now? You can discuss the participants' ages and personal stats privately. Joseph, is Dillan your brother? Wouldn't that be amazing if that turned out to be true? What the heck? Like, dude, if Dillan just walks into JD's room right now, what kind of moment is this? What? They have the same shirt. Oh my God, that would be great. I'm a party pooper. Oh my god. I'm gonna get canceled. What? I'm just reading chat, man. I'm just reading chat. All right, come on. Players, it's time. C5, 1-8, C4. Those are the pieces. C5, 1-8, C4. I mean, honestly, please cancel me. Please. Please do that. Well, yeah, James Chen can get away with it, though. I'm just saying they have the same shirt. That's all. I don't know what you guys are thinking. All right. C5, 1-8, C4, C5, 1-8, C4. Both players are ready. It is CTM Tap Masters Top 8. Dillan versus JDMFX. Green versus Teal. Wow, the eternal matchup. Let us go ahead and get these players started in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. On the left side of your screen, Dillan. A reputation as one of the best hyper tappers out there and ever. Continuing to sort of, I don't know, carry the mantle of hyper tapping here in 2025. He qualified into this tournament into seed number 2. Got a 2-round bye into the round of 16 and took out Klein in a really great match. Dillan, one of a handful of players, hyper tappers, to have a 1.4. There's under 10, no matter how you define hyper tapping. There's under 10. Dillan is a 3-time Mega Masters participant the last 3 years. He's played in 6 of our monthly tournaments as well and finished in the semis in March of 2022. He's also played in DAS Masters, won a Challenger circuit back in December of 2022, 3 times in the CTWC Gold Bracket, top 16 in 2022 and 2024. Also played this year in 2025, one of the few hyper tappers to make it into the Gold Bracket, or at least non-rollers, let's say, because there were... Was there who was DAS in that bracket too? I mean, there was just not a lot of non-rollers nowadays making it into that 2025 CTWC bracket. Anyway, Dillan with that 1.40 million with tapping. And he's got a lot of fans out here. So that is Dillan on the left side. On the right side, it is JDMFX _, aka Joseph Saley. He's a 6-time CTM Masters event winner. All of it during the no prize pool era. So this into the top 8 now for Joseph is the first money he's ever won from Classic Tetris Monthly. So congratulations to Joseph. 176 for him, by the way. 260 for Dillan. Joseph qualified into seed number 10. Got a 1-round bye in virtue of that. And he played against Tugi in round 2 and Oscar in round 3. That was the round of 16. And now is playing, of course, Dillan here in the top 8, looking for a shot at the semifinals and beyond. Joseph, that 6-time CTM Masters event winner. His last CTM match was September 2021, before this tournament, against Hydrant Dude. That was in the same tournament as Hydrant Dude being the first player to get a rollover. Joseph overall 20 times in what we're calling a Masters level event. 6 wins, 2 runner-ups, 1 semis. 4 times in the CTWC Gold Bracket, 2 wins and a semifinal. He won it in 2018 and 2019, and his historic runs during that time signaled a shift and I guess the demographics of the top players and the fan base of CTWC, and a lot of the people here in this chat, and owe their participation in the classic Tetris scene directly to, well, Joseph's runs and the aftermath of that. So it's good to have Joseph back playing a tournament, even if it's just this one. I don't know. Maybe we can lure him into something else one of these days. 489 for Dillan, 347 for Joseph. Poopy says the first ever 1.4 tap of any proof level. That's true. Joseph's got I guess a screenshot of a 1.4, not a video, of course. Back in the day, you could just like draw draw a score with crayon on a piece of paper, and that was a proof level. 439 for Joseph, 558 for Dillan. No. But there's no question but that he got it. It just, it was with a screenshot. And also personally, I believe, witnessed by people in Discord. That was a thing. But you better be recording. 603 for Dillan through 114. This is a huge pace for Dillan. And a Tetris Dillan 628 through 120. 449 for Joseph. He's been shaking his head for the last couple dozen lines. Sharky in chat says, yes, I was one of the witnesses. All right, it's all on you, Sharky. 697 for Dillan into 19. 697,000 transition for Dillan. Joseph gets in at 480. That is a huge lead for Dillan and just a huge transition. But now, it's like this high transition curse for Dillan. Can he get something over to the right? And no, that's going to be a top out for Dillan at 722. So Joseph has a chase down opportunity, needs to get to 723. So he can eke out. He needs 170,000. It's definitely possible. 230 lines is where 29 kicks in, and we just saw Joseph get 100,000 points on or more on 29 in a warm-up. So even if he doesn't get that all the way there, which is totally possible, he might have the ability to even chase it down post 29. So we'll see what he can do here. Chase down nerves, definitely a thing. Oh, nice flat burn to open up that right side. And a Tetris for Joseph. He's now within 100,000 points. Tetris is on level 22, are worth 27,600. And so he's really got all day to get like 3 Tetrises and change if he can chase this down. He's really got a long time. 55 lines to basically get, 3 Tetrises or less, really. So he can pick and choose his spots. And Dillan with that huge transition, nearly 700,000. But I feel like that happens more often than not. Those very high, like super high 600s and 700Ks are almost like a curse. I don't know what it is. I think, players get so... Obviously, what got them to the point of having that pace was just like really amazing luck. And I think people get lulled into a false sense of good RNG or something, that they end up stacking a little too high here. So Joseph trying to find a long bar, gets a long bar, and the chase down for Joseph. He is going to take game number 1, a 200,000 point chase down after a 19 top out at 722 for Dillan. So Joseph takes game number 1, and I did not see that coming. I really didn't. I thought, Dillan's in with nearly 700,000. Joseph transitioned in with 480, and you think, no, that is done. And wow. I did not see that coming. I thought it was like, all right, game 1's booked. We'll just play out the string till game 2. But no, Joseph with the reverse Uno card and takes game one game to none. All right, new pieces are here. Players BF2FC2. I mean, this, honestly, in my mind, is just the two people involved in this. Maybe, you know, like these are the top two of the top 4 or 5 go-to tappers. It's not even happening in Masters, and it's like, to me, it's like match of the year already. All right, both players are on seed, and both players are ready. BF2 FC2, BF2 FC2. Game number 2. Dillan versus Joseph. 3, 2, 1. Tetris. All right, so maybe Dillan needs a lower transition pace here. But yeah, I mean, I feel like those somehow, and I'm not superstitious guy. I don't believe in any weird forces in the universe besides the normal forces of physics. And of course, human free will. But other than those things, nothing weird, right? I feel like there's something about getting a 600, high 600K transition, 700K transition, like more often than not. Players end up not more often than not, but a disproportionate amount of the time. Players just have these rotten early top outs on 19 with those paces. All right, Dillan fighting here up near the top of the next box. I mean, the top of the screen, not the top of the next box, the top of the screen. But keeping his... Oh, no! That L piece for Dillan. Can he do anything to survive? And no, that is going to be an early top out for Dillan. What the heck? Joseph is good in game number 2. Zempro in chat says, how much were you paid, Dillan? And Joseph, I mean, listen, Joseph will take the win, but he doesn't want to see that. He doesn't want to see that. He wants to go up against people playing their best. You know it. You know it. Oh, Joseph says, I need this plot armor. What? But no, I mean, you want to play against people playing their best, right? I know it. Your best against your opponent's best. That's what you want. All right, 1C C961. 1C C961. I mean, it's not bad. You'll take it. You'll take it. All right, if anybody needs to take a moment, they can take it. We got time now. Speak for yourself. I like it when my opponent gives me gifts. Silver Sauce says plot armor. I don't know. I like to play my best against other people's best because that's why I'm here. Unless it's for money, then I'll take free money all day. But 1CC 961, both players are ready. It's game number 3. Colin in chat says this is the first time I've seen Joseph play live. Well, enjoy it. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Game number 3. Dillan has got to win to stay in. He can only win one game at a time, though, so. That's all you can really focus on. You got to put it out of your mind. You can't think about previous matches or anything like that. All you can do is like, all right, I'm playing one piece at a time. All right, maybe 2 pieces at a time. If you're a good player. Me, I'm playing half a piece at a time. That's all you can do. 26,000 for Dillan, 25,000 for JD as we get underway in game number 3. Chillin' Buddy with the Prime sub 38 months says, love seeing veterans back. Chillin' Buddy. Thank you for the Prime sub 38 months. You know, it's going to be weird. It's like somebody's subscribed for 38 months and I don't recognize their screen name. So thank you, Chillin' Buddy. For some reason, I don't recognize that screen name at all. But you've been subscribed 38 months and I am very grateful that you have done that. Did you change it recently? I don't recognize it. But thank you. 146 for Joseph Steele says, how old is Joseph now? What's he up to in life? Do you want me to get his address for you too, Steele? I'll get his address for you. No, you just don't chat. All right. Well, thank you, Chillin' Buddy. Really appreciate your support through, I guess I can say, through all these years. 38 months. That's amazing. Thank you. 168 for Dylan. 192 for Joseph. Black Ops says, is Joseph like 16? I mean, he was like 16 back in like 20. I don't know. I don't want to do the math. We'll let players can reveal whatever information they want about themselves. That's not up to me. 238 for Joseph, 238 for Dylan. Oh, nice adjust there for Joseph and a Tetris. 262. Vandy, what's Joseph's social security number? You know, Sonny, I didn't expect anyone to bring up social security number. It was a very, very interesting move. That was very, very unexpected, humorous move. 289 for Dylan. 289 for Joseph. 330 for Dylan. Jay says, Vandy, what is Joseph's biggest secret that he obviously told you because you guys are friends who talk every second of every day? Yeah, we talk all the time. We literally never talk. I mean, the extent of my conversation with Joseph's are like, oh, he's like, where can I buy a gym cart? And I'm like, here's a link. He's like, all right, thanks, bro. I'm like, all right. See you in another 5 years. 403 for Dylan, 386 for Joseph. There's another Tetris Joseph, 409. So he's got the lead in the real-time lead, but you know, there is a line difference here. Oh, Dylan with that O-Spire. That is like a total mess, and he's got like 10 lines of stuff over this overhang that cannot be burnt. So those like, oh my God. So Dylan with the real crazy, I don't know what you call that, diving board or what, but it's just like this weird overhang where you got to tuck around it. So he's bringing it down, but he's got to burn like, I mean, he had to burn like 10 lines before he could even attack these gaps. So 444 from him. Joseph, though, not able to capitalize too much because Joseph was behind by about 3,000 when they had the same line count. But then again, Joseph with a clean board here. Dirty Tetris for Dylan, though. Another Tetris, Joseph, 510. This is certainly a finals-worthy matchup. The stature of these two players. Joseph, of course, with his history and his accomplishments. And Dylan with his reputation as, you know, one of the top tappers. But it just kind of lines up that they're in the same quadrant. 521 for Dylan, 559 for Joseph, both into level 19. Tetris for Dylan, 545. All right, Dillan trying to open up here. A little Z flat. That bar is going to help. Square to the left. Square, square, square. Good, good. All right. Dillan about to uncover, I think, if he can get something other than a square. Finally. Okay, Tetris, Dillan, 579. Joseph, 637. Both on level 21. Noah Boa says Alex and Joseph might meet in the semifinals, right? No, they would have to meet. They're on opposite sides. They would, if they're going to meet, they would have to be in the finals. But let's not get ahead of ourselves here. $665 for Dillan, $728 for Joseph. So Joseph ahead by 60,000 points, ahead 5 lines. Tetris for both. All right, Joseph, a little depending. Oh, nice LPs for Joseph after the dependency. He's got a clean board still. Dillan does not. Dillan long bar, though, that's going to help. He's getting it cleared away. Dillan back by about 55,000 points. Tetris for Joseph into 26. Tetris for both. 950 Joseph. 862 for Dillan. Level 26. Under 30 lines to go. Tetris Dillan, Tetris Joseph. Dillan back by 5 lines. So if that keeps up, you know, Dillan, Joseph gets to 29. Dillan's still stacking. Of course, Joseph might still be stacking the way we saw him warm up. Tetris Dillan, 933. Joseph with the max out on 27. Another Tetris for Joseph, A53. Tetris Dillan, 972 into 28. Joseph ahead by 80,000 points. Tetris Joseph, he gets that Elfies to the left. Takes a little combo burn here, and he is into 29 at A97. So Dillan needs a Tetris more. All right, he's both into 29. So it's kind of a 29 battle right now. Joseph with the 1.1. Dillan with the A81. It is a 29 battle. Joseph into level 30 at B11. Dillan into level 30 at A87. Joseph clearing out lines. Dillan's board climbing a bit. Joseph trying to find more pieces. That's going to be a top on a B20 for Joseph, but Dillan with the A98 double level 30s, a 1.1 for Joseph and nearly a 1.1 for Dillan. What the heck? What a battle between these two in game number 3. Double level 30s with tapping. I really thought they were going to keep going to like level 34, level 35. I really thought that it was going to happen. But even getting to level 30, both of them, that is absolutely bonkers. Both of these players really, obviously Dillan, amazing. We've seen him do it before. Joseph, I got to admit, it's a bit of a surprise to me because, wrong one. Oh, sorry, bud. Wrong one. There you go. There you go. That's the bracket winner. And you are not that's not the orange one. I hit the wrong button. All right, you're green. You are green. There you go. You're green. I'm getting canceled. I couldn't tell the difference. That's right. Yeah, I couldn't. So, I got to be honest. I was surprised by Joseph. Guy's been away for 4 years. It's not that. I had the wrong winter scene because there's 2 buttons and I just hit the wrong one. But I didn't think Joseph was gonna have it. Like, I thought he was just gonna come back. It would be this ceremonial, oh, isn't it nice Joseph comes back, but he's totally lost it. He can't play anymore because he's old and he's moved on, but he's doing this just for fun. He hasn't lost a step. Well, guys, just to prove it to you, by the way, I have this other one where he's totally set up. Like, just so you know, this is the you guys suck. I have 2. See, this has the blue background and the other one has the orange background. I was supposed to go to the one with the blue background, but I went to the one with the orange background. Anyway, I really thought that he was like done. I thought he was like, he's moved on in life. He's gone to college. He's coming back just to have fun, whatever. Guy brought it. He's just amazing. I mean, I'm just totally floored at his performance. He's better than he was back then. He's better than he was back then. So I don't know what that means, but what an amazing time. And you've moved on to the semifinals, so you're getting more money than you've ever gotten in a CTM before. So Joseph did an amazing job. He's better than he ever was. And what a thrilling performance. And by the way, Dillan also put on a great performance. Obviously, it didn't go the way that he wanted it to, but that third game with Dillan just shows you what the the skill that he has. And obviously, that those 2 of those games kind of a fluke. Shame that it had to happen, but that's what happens, man. Prize pool, yeah, Joseph has never won any money in a Classic Tetris Monthly. He left before that was a thing. We probably started it like the month after he left. He's like, all right, Joseph's gone. Let's get some money now. But yeah, he's in the top 4. So he's literally making money for the first time in CTM. Congratulations. So anyway, congrats again, Joseph. And again, GG's to you, Dillan. You did great. So, 120. Yeah, you got $128. That's it. What are you going to do with it? All right. Well, let me go ahead and show you the bracket so we can show you what is going on. Let's refresh this whole thing. And it's not refreshing. And I don't know why. Oh, I suppose I should hit like enter. I think that was the problem. Let me hit enter. And that will do it. Hold on. All right, let me refresh now. Hello. There it is. All right. Yeah, we have a winner. All right. So we got 2 players who are in our final 4, Alex D and Joseph. Obviously 2 of the greatest tappers ever. Let me show you what we have left to do. None of these other matches are on the schedule. What did CTWC pay for first? Back, let's see. Joseph got 3,000 in 2019, 1,000 in 2018. 750 in 2021 for top 4 and 500 for top 8 in 2020. Yeah, 2021. Yeah, so I mean their prizes weren't there, but now they're here. So all right, well, let me show you the rest of the matches to show you what we've got. None of this is on the schedule. The problem is players are not available until like after this weekend. So yeah, there was no additional Matcherino after that. So okay, blue, what we've got, we still have to do this critical lapis versus eyeball. So that still has to be done. Coster defeated Eric. Now eyeball in this blue bracket still has to play critical lapis. So that is who will play Coster. And then this red bracket is gonna be this whole thing. We have to do this whole thing. Maisie versus Blue Scooty. Dog versus Trap Zone. And that will fill in that red part. So that is what we still have to do. There's still, and none of it's on the schedule. So, I mean, we'll let you know as soon as it is. As soon as it's on there, we'll put it on the Twitch schedule, YouTube schedule, and Discord and all that. And the winner has to face Martz. No, Tetris. And the prize is one of those catch-up smoothies. Well, what a fun tournament. I don't know, man. That's a really, really fun tournament. You'll love to see it. Look at these two. Look at them. Nope, they're gone. That's amazing. Congratulations again, Joseph. GG's to you, Dylan. Well, what do we do now? We thank everybody. Thanks to those of you who contributed to the prize pool. And during this stream, the prize pool contributors were Alex Thatch with $5 and Lighthouse with $10. And I think also, who came in with 20? Let me refresh here. Yeah, Mila. Said good luck to all the players. Thank you, Mila. So thanks to Mila, Alex, and Lighthouse for contributing during the stream to get us up to 1425. Thank you to our supporters who supported us this stream. Followers, Maniac, Chillin' Buddy with the resub, Twitch Bits, 321 Countdown, K9, Classic Tetris, and Deep Shock with the raids. Thank you so very much. Now, prize pool not over. If you want to contribute to that prize pool, use the Matcherino commander. Go to go.ctm.gg/tapprize. Tap prize. TAPPRIZE. If you want to contribute to that prize pool and, get Joseph paid, right? Hashtag get Joseph paid. Okay. Also, Patreon. Thank you to those of you supporting the channel. Patreon's so important. It really allows us to look ahead at the future and know what's coming in, and just a stable source of income that's not dependent on, Twitch subs and super chats, and which are variable. But Patreon is very steady. So if there's anything you can do to get over there, we got tiers as low as $3. So thank you to everybody who's doing that. Big shout out to Scott Gray, Jane the Window, K9 Tacky, Corporal Shelby, Troy Dan, Kim Emerald, Potato Cacket, Mila, and Jason for your contributions. Natalie says, sorry for bringing insufferable discourse to YouTube chat. Vandy, did you? What did you do that's so wrong? What did you do? It seems like fine discourse. Believe me, it's better than the average YouTube discourse, Natalie. So you are fine. Don't worry. All right, we're going to go ahead and end things on YouTube. Take care, everybody. I don't know when the next stream is. Here's the schedule. Ready? Here it is. We just did that one. This is the schedule. The next scheduled event is the ESWT BBWC 2022 in October 2025. That is it. That is what the whole schedule is right now. Moodus, we're gonna do some tune-up tournaments. We're gonna do a couple of little tune-up matches in Tetris Deathmatch in the run-up to this. So scheduling those soon. All right. Thanks again. Take care, everybody. YouTube. See you when we see you. I'll update the schedule as soon as we know when the next things are. So thanks again for hanging out, Julia, Danny, Alexander, Mari, Silver Sauce, Black Ops, Anime, Cat, Natalie, Up Chess, Noah, Boa, Silver Sauce, Dirt Block, all the stars. Bye. Take care. All right, Twitch. Thanks again for hanging out.